Hello YouTube, how you doing? Destroy here, getting you another build for Heroes of Order and Chaos. And today, as y'all know, the OP cow is out. Oh yeah, we la. And we are going to do an in-game build with them. I know y'all been waiting for it, and I'm really excited. The main thing you want to think of when you're thinking about this in-game build with Peila is speed. You want speed as most aggressively with him. So we're gonna start him off with Squire's Wisdom because he is magical now. So 2 Squire's Wisdom is gonna give him that magical attack we want to increase his heals and the support for our team. After this, we kind of want to start building into a little bit. I like using boots first, or we can start building a little bit of attack. So I like going an Acolyte Staff. Now from this Acolyte Staff, we could either go the Leviathan Cloak, which I really like. It helps me last hit those creep kills and kind of charge in and slow the enemy, or we can get the Staff of Vigor. And the reason we do this is because it allows us to penetrate, gives us that extra attack, but also makes us a little bit more tanky and versatile. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll buy the Leviathan Cloak because I typically get that first. And after that, we are going to finish off with the Staff of Vigor. I really like getting the Staff of Vigor because both of those items are going to increase into the Lollipop. And like I said, we want that speed as quickly as possible. After that, either I'll go into the Lollipop here, as we're talking about, because of the 10% extra movement speed, or I will finish off my boots. But sometimes I wait on my boots, and the reason is because I need defense as quickly as possible here, because or I'm going to get torn up really quick by an Arya or a ranged DPS. Because at this point I'm usually around level 6, kind of close. So what I typically start going is either a Raven's Mail or I start building HP, but usually I build a Raven's Mail, and because the point is I want to get more magical damage and increase my stuff as much as possible. And this is where this Spider Queen comes in. It reduces the attack and plus gives me some magical attack. So that's why I buy the Ruby Ring after getting the Raven's Mail and then increase both of these items into the Spider Queen. Now, because now I'll have that defense that I need to keep pursuing. Now I want to maximize my heals as much as possible and my attack, so I get an Enchanter's Ring. This way I can build that into something else that's going to pierce, or just increase those heals as much as possible. Now after this, I typically either buy Firewalker boots, one of 3 items. I either buy Chain Boots, Firewalker Boots because of the extra magical attack, and or Tempest Boots because I want that speed, especially with his 3rd skill passive that slows the person, allowing me to get in there and stun them with my first skill every 6 seconds. It's a very good skill to have. Or boots to have, excuse me. Now, if I'm having more trouble and I'm not HP enough, typically at this point I will start building into the Steering Soul, so I'll start buying that HP and some sort of items like this, or if I'm having problems with mages, I will buy more defense, but typically I'll start building that Steering Soul everybody loves to do. And after that, I love increasing my attack speed. Everybody knows I love increasing my attack speed, so either I go to increase my attack speed or I buy another magical defensive item such as the Calming Cloak. I'll increase that Calming Cloak into the Scarce Blade because it maximizes my healing effects, and then I'll increase this into another healing item, the Dolvine Shield. And I love it. I love the Dolvine Shield here because it gives me an extra heal to my allies as to me, and works amazingly with the Steering Souls, plus giving me extra attack, magical damage, and attack speed. That's why I love it. That's why, not a magical attack, magical defense, but that's why I love it. So in buying the Styrian Souls of Dragons, and another reason I buy the Styrian Souls of Dragons here is because the 10% CD skill reduction. I really love it, plus the 800 HP. But typically, I usually never get to finish the Styrian Souls or even get to the Dolvine Shield as my last item, because I always want to build that piercing first. Now, this is more if I'm playing more defensive. If I'm not playing more defensive, Peila Longhorn, I typically want to buy the Searing Orb before these two items here. And the reason is because the Searing Orb is going to increase that mana or magic defense burn, baby, burn. So we increase that as much as possible. Now, one thing I do want to say, if you're not having any trouble with magical defense, you don't have to buy the Dolvine Shield. You can turn into a couple other items that I like to use. The Essence of Lebanon is good. This will increase or allow you to get an extension out there to kind of slow the enemies, to bring them into your passive. Also, the Blinding Ages, this is really good. Works very well with the Spider Queen, especially against Arya and Drazenor, and high attack DPS like that. Also, one other, if we go into physical and we're having trouble with it, the Zealot's Horn, really like this because it helps my allies, or the Hades. Y'all all know these defensive items. But if I'm going more full attack Peila Longhorn to increase the heal of my first skill and the maximum heal of my second skill, I want to go ahead and buy, of course, the OP Bone Flame. The reason the Bone Flame is OP because, come on, 110 attack. So, guys, thanks for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed this build. And the recommendation for Peila Longhorn is one of the most versatile mage supports that you will ever see at this time in the game. So thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for the recommended tablets, and I'll have the recommended talents in the description. Hey YouTube, how you doing? Destroyer here. Some tablets that I really like using for Peila Longhorn or Cow, or some of these before you, but first let's talk about the descriptions. I love using Pierce Through Magical Defense because of his first skill and his second skill doing so much damage. Plus, I really like HP. I don't really suggest, and I know I have Leech HP on here, but I don't really recommend it with Peila because sometimes it could prevent you from using his ulti successfully, which isn't always good. I just have it on this tablet for some reason. But first off, as you know, I always love the Tablet of Assistance with him because he is a support hero, and you want to support that team as much as possible by giving them heals and working towards that. Also, I love the Tablet of Desire with him because you want to build him more of that bruiser tankiness to take that damage, plus his ulti just regenerating him, and his heals just keeping him OP and on the tail of the enemy. That's what I really like about the Desire. Also, sometimes I like a little bit of extra speed in there. This is where the Jaguar tablet comes in, especially on bigger maps such as Rift and on Train. Also, you can switch this tablet out for a couple of recommended others. I really like the Tablet of Toxicity with him. Also, if you're going to want to use the Tablet of Immortality, the Tablet of Immortality, because it increases those healing effects when he's below that 20% of health by 40%. It is amazing, not to you, but especially to your allies, and especially assist your allies just a tad bit more. You could use the Favor tablet. This one's also good with them. And my last recommended tablet I love recommending for him is the Tablet of Merciful Words. This will just increase and give you that extra gold you might need to finish off that lollipop or to finish off some extra armor in there. So guys, please tell me what you thought about this build out there. Tell me down in the description below, and I'll see you out in the Battle of Aerodon. Destroyer out.